I'm actually been encouraged at a previous law firm that I worked at to include pictures in my complaints because pictures are worth 1,000 words. And I actually do find pictures to be helpful when you're either like including a proper policy that, you know, if you're trying to. So what I do, for example, are these wage and hour lawsuits where I basically sue against a company for not paying their employees right, for having, you know, bad policies. So I'll sometimes just take the bad policy and put it in the complaint. Pictures would make sense. Yeah, exactly. So Souls used the challenge branding, which is the 6-7 designation, on its product packaging and in advertising, including here. Finally, 6-7 makes sense. Jesus Christ, man. Do we have to sell everything to children? Do we have to make 6-7 nuggies for them too? Souls has publicly announced that its 6-7 chicken nuggets will be sold in Kroger and Aldi stores nationwide beginning in July, which is why we're bringing this complaint now, so that we can get an injunction against them. Given the above facts, Souls' use of the challenge branding is likely to cause consumers and retail buyers to believe mistakenly that Souls products originates with and is affiliated with, sponsored, approved or authorized by Purdue. I believe it has Souls Kitchen in big letters right there. So I don't think anyone's going to think that they're buying the Purdue 6-7 chicken nuggies. But, you know, I do believe that you think you're buying some sort of 6-7 chicken nuggies. Didn't expect to find a VTuber lawyer, but I'm not objecting. Well, you can object with my objection emote. There you go. We love that here. Also, Dandelion Days VT, I really hope you enjoy your lurk. Also, I did not notice this guy's name. Foreskin Nibble. Thank you for finding a VTuber lawyer and watching me right now. Thank you so much, Foreskin Nibble. Great name, great name. So, since they've launched the lawsuit, they've brought a memorandum in support of the motion for preliminary injunction. So, they've brought this Matt, thank you so much for giving a tier 1 sub to Foreskin Nibble. That means the world to me, that you gave a tier 1 sub to Foreskin Nibble. Jesus Christ, what is my channel? So one of the things they have to argue is that this is likely a violation of the different laws that they've brought. Fairbanks, thank you for getting us tier 1 sub to Dominantly Slobbin on Knob. Jesus Christ, what are these names today? I don't know how to handle this. And thank you for the level 1 hype train, everyone. Thank you for giving a tier 1 sub to Silel the Bard, who is also a moderator here because I'm out of VIP stars. Chat, if you're not already watching Silel the Bard, you should be, because Silel is absolutely fantastic. And I fucking love the guy. He's another male VTuber. Male VTubers need more love and support. All right, so back on topic for a moment. So their argument goes through, thank you for giving a tier 1 sub to Harder Daddy. I love all these names. Slobbin on Knob, Foreskin, Harder Daddy, Sawkundi's Nuts. These are all great names that are being included in this section of my stream that is specifically made to go on YouTube. That brings me so much joy right now that YouTube is going to be able to enjoy all of these names with all of you. Oh my God. Thank you for the level 2 hype train with an anonymous sub to Milk Me Harder. Chat, I think you all should milk me harder. Thank you so much. All right. So the argument section of the injunction is well structured. So in order to succeed on an injunction, to get a court to act before the judgment in a lawsuit, welcome in. Thank you for giving a tier 1 sub. I just want to muscle mommy to Kumi is Buttery Gawk. Thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Kumi is Buttery Gawk. I think there'll be some cuts in the YouTube. Keeping this all in. Let's keep all of this in right now. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? The balance of the equities favor granting an injunction. Thank you, anonymous gifter, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Omegaverse Lover 69. Again, that name is Omegaverse Lover 69. Thank you. So basically, the idea is that the fourth factor for giving a preliminary injunction is the fact that, we're going to prevent consumers from being confused, and that benefits consumers. Anonymous gifter, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Ride On Daddy. Again, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Ride On Daddy. I love Ride On Daddy. So the last factor for a bond is the requirement for the last factor for an injunction is the requirement of a bond. So Rule 65C of the Rules of Civil Procedure require the court to address security an amount that the court considers proper. I just want to muscle mommy. Thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Fist Me Daddy V3. Again, thank you for giving a tier 1 sub to Fist Me Daddy V3. And Anonymous, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Fist Me Daddy. I love viewer Fist Me Daddy. That brings me so much joy when you fist me, Daddy. What do you mean? All dino luggage are licensed by real dinosaurs. As a consumer, I've always assumed that. That's true. Thank you, Doolib. I forgot that dino nuggies are licensed by real dinosaurs. Thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. Oh my fucking god. Anon, thank you for giving a tier 1 sub to Mr. Fister. I sure do love Mr. Fister. That's great. That's a great name. Oh my god. Anon, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Gawk Goblin. I sure do love Goblin on Gawk Goblin. I love Big Gawk Goblin. They're great. It's official. I'm not drinking my coffee till after my stream. I'm dying from the names. Great. All right, we're good? We're good. Okay, Rule 65C of the Rules of Civil Procedure